All right. I don't remember what I need to do, which is a slight issue. I think we're either going here or to the other side of, that's the menu button. Looks like a ladder that there we go. Some fun going on up here. Right, very cool. What a thrill. The darkness and silence. Okay. Oh, that's not a... The shining light is not a door. No info to send. Right, cool, thank you. Let you get back to your book. But you are a captain. Huh? Also, kids, why are you in this bar? High fives. All right, let's go talk to everybody and be like, hey, have you seen a black car on the day the snow turned to rain? Know anything about sailors? Sailor? I'm working on it. You happen to have a passport? Oops. Seen a black car on the day the snow turned to rain? All right, the tiny weird monkey man from One Piece, and also flexing man. In a passport buff man. About you, tiny child. Well, this is a predicament. Pretty sure I've talked to everyone in town. There's a surprise new person here in the lighthouse. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Nope. I guess I didn't talk to the guild master after getting the quest to look for the passport, and this seems like the type of game that would be a thing that is important.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry I'm late. I was in the middle of eating and I didn't want to jump in and be chomping down.
That is okay. I have done not a whole lot so far.
I was going to ask how it's going. See you running around in town. A
I'm
minute ago, you were talking to a shopkeeper about moonstones.
Yep, I'm trying to get a passport. Is this the Sailors Guild? I need some information about sailors and a black car on the day the snow turned to rain. You've missed me make that joke like 7 times.
Sailors Guild.
No, no, no. Don't shake the fake passports. What's up, Santa Claus?
You call yourself a guild master, you won't even circumvent your own rules. Oh, hey, buddy.
Ask us anything. Kid, I've never felt the companionship of anyone.
God. Oh, I thought those were his... From the zoomed out version of looking at him, I thought those were his ears, not a hat.
Yeah, I think he has like, that's why I sort of called him Santa Claus.
See, but I thought it went down on both sides, so I thought he just had weird droopy ears and he was like a Star Wars alien. It makes me feel better to know that's just a hat. I was so distracted by what you were joking about that I didn't even notice what he actually wanted.
He just wants a ride home.
Okay. Baltor.
Baltor.
Good pirate name. Well, good sky pirate name. I'm not sure if it works for a sea pirate.
Yeah. Alright, well. Let's get on a ship and let's take this man back to where he lives. Actually, I did buy some hot information about like a hidden island or something. But given that it's taken me to this, I feel like that may or may not be an option of what I can do. It may be. Okay. That's Sailor's Island. Wanted me to go north. Oh. I forgot that there were random encounters here. See, that's what modern JRPGs are missing. The random encounter jump scare.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Like, don't get me wrong, I like RPGs that have the enemies appear on the map so you can avoid them, or maybe get a preemptive strike or whatever, things like that. But I do kind of miss the just, nah.
Just, hey, by the way.
Enemies just apparate in the world. I kind of liked Final Fantasy IX had a bizarre mix of it, where there were sections of 9, and there were certain enemies who would appear in the overworld, but there were also just random encounters.
Why is this bug so intense?
Strong bug. To be fair, I think I've asked that question about actual bugs that I've discovered in my house. Or like, Jesus Christ. 0 damage.
To be fair, like, I've upgraded some of the... Yeah, I think it's just that I've upgraded... I haven't found an upgraded weapon for Ica yet.
Okay.
There we go. That's the sentence I was trying to say 4 times.
I love that dude's, like, hook hand with a magical hook.
That man is level 12. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, I can't go that way because it just wants me to go get a passport. Fine.
Moons, give me strength.
Oh, rude. There's something very funny to me at the part where when you fail to run, it just says miss.
I do kind of like miss as a catch-all term for something not working.
Yeah.
It reminds me of, spoilers for the end of Persona 4, but that bit from the end of Persona 4,
Yeah.
where something very climactic and dramatic happens, and there's just miss. It's like, it does kind of undercut the seriousness of the moment.
But it is cool.
Oh, it's extremely cool.
I like... Are you the ship that I can give the weird things I've grappling hooked? You are! Hey, what's up?
Hi.
Moonfish. Get rid of this horrible blob bird. Oh, it just got bigger.
It did, and then it... I don't... Doc, I think this is a bad trait.
Keep this disgusting hairball.
Also, I like that it spits it out like it's a gotcha machine, kind of. Or like a lottery ball.
See, I was hoping that they would change appearance instead of just getting larger.
Well, maybe
It's already
there's like
unsettling to look at.
thresholds.
Oh no, I'm sure. I'm sure at some point it will look different, but right now it's just unsettling to look at.
Obtained the warrior's rune.
Oh. Thanks, horrifying bird. I like that the doctor feels the need to tell you you can keep the hairball every time.
Yes. Little girl said thank you, and the doctor is freaking out. Back up there, honey. I ain't got no kids. Art.
I'm suddenly having weird memories.
Elsa.
I feel like this guy had a really depressing backstory.
I feel like we're getting at least part of it here. You know, I don't blame the girl. That would be horrifying. Exactly. Feed that bird.
Uh-huh.
I will certainly make an attempt. Really hoping none of those are, like, super missable. I'll say the one problem of taking the long break is I don't remember what these enemies were weak to. It just seems like purple is a decent choice, so I might just stick with purple.
I mean, it's working.
Considering that lady doesn't do much physical damage, and she did a lot there. Purple.
Then again, if she doesn't do a lot of physical damage, maybe she's the one to do tests with.
True. It does seem to be purple, though, I will say.
Yeah. No, purple definitely seemed to be the trick. She did half health with purple, so I'd stick with purple.
420 blaze it.
Is it over already?
I'm just saying, if you're going to do 1 damage to a guy, why bother?
I did just notice that Vice there is in fact rocking a cutlass and a saber with a longer blade.
Oh. I don't think there's a character in the game who gets a board with a nail sticking out the side, though.
Unfortunate. Oh, Black Pirate Baltor's ship is the Blackbeard.
That's a pretty good ship.
It's not bad.
I don't think I like the red fins on the side.
There's something about the character designs of like some of the grunt dudes that feel very Pokemon Coliseum.
I could see that. I was thinking like that like I was explicitly thinking that's a good looking like shitty first mate kind of design.
Yeah.
But I was thinking because like the goggles almost look like an old school like eye mask. He
Yeah.
reminds me of like a henchman from like a fucking 70s anime or something. Like he looks like a gotcha, like a what's the show Gotcha Man? He looks like a fucking
Yes.
Gotcha Man henchman. That's a surprisingly friendly looking evil pirate.
It is.
Like that evil pirate looks friendlier than the pirate who's on your side.
You're not wrong. Oh, I guess this is the ship combat introduction, it seems.
Beat up these pirates. Also, I'm just having flashbacks. Remember that really cool airship battle sequence in Mega Man Legends?
Yeah!
Man, I love Mega Man Legends.
Mega Man Legends is great. That's another thing that I need to get back to streaming at some point. Is I bought Mega Man Legends 2 off PSN, not a physical copy because those things are insanely expensive. But I got Mega Man Legends sitting on this Mega Man Legends 2 sitting on this PS3.
Okay, yeah, this is the part I remember of look at this fucking weird grid. The action grid.
Do magic on the ship.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right, ship combat good.
I mean,
Don't
I
fuck it
guess
up.
I should main cannon, but that's all I can really do, it seems. I guess I can focus.
Aw,
They did more damage than I did.
a little bit. I mean, you only hit him with the one cannon. It was respectable for a one cannon shot. Oh, they shot you again.
Yeah, this is moderately unfortunate. Okay. It seems like they get 2 turns? Do they get 3 turns? Let's find out.
Well, yeah, because I think it's just going back and forth.
Okay. Well, I got 2 in a row. Also, they missed, and that miss noise was very loud for some reason.
Yeah. All right, so you want to unload during the advantage turn.
Yes.
I feel like maybe I'm wrong.
Does the standard cannon do more damage than the main cannon?
No, I was thinking there was a way to like set all of your cannons to go off on one turn instead of like one after the other, but I could be wrong. It's been a very long time. Maybe that's a thing they'll tell you about later. I don't know. If that's even a thing at all.
Aha!
Yeah, what happens if you try to use the standard cannon?
Oh, too late. Sorry.
Oh, never mind. I was thinking because you select the cannon and then you can like move it around.
Yes.
I was thinking that there was one of these that you could like move into the same column as like another cannon. That said, again, I'm working off incredibly vague memories of this game.
Also, it does seem like I might be winning this.
Well, yeah.
Items: Captain Stripe and Bomb. I hope it's a bomb of regular size. I will have my revenge.
That dude looks like a Pokemon character.
And a lot of these people look like Pokemon Coliseum people.
There was something about the way that dude's eyes were drawn.
You're not wrong.
Special handshake. Cool pirate pose. Punch to the back of the head.
I mean,
Good
to
times.
be fair, this pirate man brings up a great point. That keep your hands on the
Yeah.
wheel at all points while the vehicle
Don't
is
just
in
stop
motion.
flying the ship.
Upgrade my ship. Oops. Like more info? No, cool. Excuse me.
Bless you.
It rained today, so I've got pollen in the air, and it is making me sneeze good.
It also rained here. Luckily, I slept through most of it.
Greetings. Alright, cool, thanks. We like take a pit stop in this merchant zone and, you know, buy some equipment or something. That would be cool. Apparently we cannot. We are just exiting. No shopping trips for anyone. I took a step. Or whatever
Sometimes that's all you get.
whatever the equivalent of a step is in
Your airship's fins flapped a single time.
fire happened. Oh yeah, big 4 damage.
Moons, give me strength.
Dang it. Level up. I'm close to gaining spells on blue and purple, it appears. Hints?
As you random battle your way through the skies, I'm over here looking through the Final Fantasy card previews from the Magic the Gathering set.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also thinking about, like, I know it's not something that could ever feasibly be done because copyright and all that stuff that would have to be worked out. It would be fun if there was just kind of a general RPG throwback set that was like, here's like shit that fell by, like, here's a couple of Skies of Arcadia cards, here's some like obscure RPG fucking cards.
Here's some Lufia people.
Yeah, like just a shotgun blast of old ass RPGs. Also, apparently this Final Fantasy set is already the best-selling Magic the Gathering set ever made.
Sure, whatever.
Because, of course. I know a lot of people who really like Magic the Gathering for being Magic the Gathering are incredibly, incredibly sad about this. And I understand. And I mean, in some ways, I am one of them, but I also acknowledge that I did reinstall Magic Arena, so I'm part of the problem. I want that Barrett card.
I really enjoyed the Suplex card and also the Titus Laughing card.
Yep.
Those are both silly in ways I can get behind.
That wasn't so bad.
There's a lot of those cards that I really like. I also appreciate that Suplex exiles a target instead of killing it. It's just useful for getting rid of things and making sure they don't come back.
As a Suplex does.
Mm-hmm. Also, just want to point out there, looking through the card list, Suplex does kill Vincent Valentine, does not kill Kane. Does kill Quistis, does kill Jet, does kill Zidane, does not kill Choco. Choco the Chocobo, safe from a suplex. Does kill Freya. Oh, hey, it's X-Death. I didn't realize he had a card already.
Oh, that's cool. I
Well,
like it.
he's a sorcery card. He doesn't have. I
Oh.
don't see like an actual X-Death creature. But he does have a card that just you come back, you bring something back from the dead, and it's called Evil Reawakened.
Okay, I mean,
And it's just X-Death doing a T-pose for dominance on the card.
I'll accept
That's
it.
alright. Yeah.
I like X-Death.
I also like X-Death. My main memory of X-Death is playing the first Dissidia, going to all the trouble of leveling X-Death up to like level 90 something, and then my save file got corrupted and I lost it. And I was just like, oh.
That sucks.
I'm gonna post this X-Death card in the Slack. Check that shit.
Yeah, look at him. He's a big ol' evil tree.
Yeah, he's a tree wearing full plate armor who's also a black mage. It's amazing. It's like the biggest dick move your DM could possibly pull on you.
I love Final Fantasy V.
Suplex does kill a Moogle. Does not kill Seymour Flux. Does not kill Ultimecia. Does kill Lightning.
Well, because
Does
she's
not kill... Mhm.
Lightning's just hanging out in France.
No, this is Final Fantasy 13 Lightning, not 13-3 Lightning.
Okay.
Suplex does not kill Beatrix.
Okay. Sure.
Does not kill Barrett.
Let's go.
Important.
Barrett can take a suplex. This makes sense. It does kill Zack, but also I'm laughing because I forgot Zack is a 0-1.
Ah!
Zack is extremely weak. Also, Zack enters with a +1/+1 counter, and he just has an ability that kills him.
Sure.
Yeah.
I had to try to thought about fucking Barrett. Oh, because Barrett feels very Taz-like to me, and you can't suplex Taz. It doesn't work.
This checks out. Also on that same train of thought, Steiner from FF9 got a card, and someone said that if you play him and then make your turn take forever, you can just claim you're doing Steiner math. It's like, god damn it.
This is good stuff.
It's pretty good.
That guy looks like a 40K guy, and also none of these people look like they should be affiliated with that guy whatsoever. Okay, maybe that guy.
That dude looks like a King of Fighters, or not, wait, like a Fatal Fury boss.
Yeah, like he's hanging out with Rugal.
Yes. Actually, I think that might be who I keep thinking of when I look at him is Rugal a
A little bit.
I think it's the blonde hair and black goatee thing. Because Rugal has like blonde hair and then a black mustache. To be fair, most of these people at this meeting don't look like they should even be affiliated with each other.
You're not wrong. This is the other guy who looks vaguely like he fits in with the main guy there.
You mean Gregorio?
Gregorio.
Yeah, Gregorio looks okay.
Oh, this man is horny.
Oh no. Oh, the guy with the pompadour?
Also,
The guy named Vigoro?
one moment, I need to go to IMDb real quick because that laugh sounded vaguely familiar in a way that worries me. It's not going to tell me that if I go there. Is it going to tell me voice actors if I go to just regular Skies of Arcadia? Yep, okay. This is voiced by Charles Martinet.
Okay.
Great. Charles Martinet wants to know if she wears weather, and he likes his women wild and crazy.
Charles Martinet into Bowsette confirmed.
This lady looks like she should hang out with the other guy, except they probably did at one point, and then like she got fed up with him and left. What is this man? Weevil Underwood.
Look, oh Jesus! I thought that was his face for a minute, and then it panned down.
I also thought it was his face.
Yeah, you're not wrong. This guy's giving off very strong Weevil Underwood vibes, but I feel like every evil team needs one of those guys.
It needs the one goofball.
Yeah, and he's the mad scientist of the group, so it makes sense. Did his glasses just squint?
They did.
Okay.
What? Oh, you're going to Ixataka. Oh, ratted out.
Did they mention who the empty chair belongs to?
No.
Ah. I was hoping there'd be a mysterious sixth member we would hear about later. Or, like, meet later, at least.
I kind of feel like it would be interesting if, like, because that one guy got ratted out, so everybody else, like, moves up one.
Oh,
And so there'd be two new ones. There'd be whoever replaces the mad scientist on his fleet, and then a new secret other extra guy.
See, I was thinking it'd be fun if they kept moving up, but nobody replaced them, so it was just getting a smaller and smaller table as you're, like, chewing through the villains. Or not necessarily that the table gets smaller, but it's just there's, like, more empty chairs. And increasingly nervous villains sitting in those chairs. Yeah, I did notice that there's like, oh, here's the capital city, and one side is all bright and shiny, and the other side is shit. Yeah, of course you land in the lower city. Are you crazy? Nobody cares what happens over there.
Yeah. Like Final Fantasy.
Also-
it's like the opening of Final Fantasy VII over here.
I have found the part of the Magic the Gathering card set where it shows all the main characters. Or a bunch of the main characters, at least.
Oh.
Tifa dies to suplex. Sephiroth dies to suplex. Vanille dies to suplex. Fang dies to suplex. Furion dies to suplex. Kefka survives a suplex. Kuja survives a suplex. Lightning dies to suplex. Noctis dies to a suplex. Yuna survives a suplex. Squall survives a suplex. Vivi dies to a suplex.
Aw, don't suplex Vivi.
You shouldn't, but I'm just saying if you do, it will kill him. Terra dies to a suplex unless she's in Esper form, in which case survives a suplex. Renoa survives a suplex.
FF8 crew apparently real good at surviving suplexes.
Durable.
Can you say Ultimisia also?
Yes. Most of the villains, it seems like, survive a suplex. There's a Final Fantasy XIV villain I don't care about who survives a suplex. Where is it? Sephiroth V2, the planet's heir, survives a suplex. Shantoto survives a suplex.
And Toto's like the FF11 person, right?
Yeah, she's the tiny little Taro sorceress
Okay.
lady. She's really good in Dissidia because she just talks shit constantly, but also rhymes, and everyone's terrified of her. She's like the token evil teammate on the hero side.
She's Dolomite, but is a tiny.
Yes. Gladiolus survives a suplex.
Okay, I mean he's big.
The Emperor survives a suplex. Or no, he dies to a suplex. Unless he's transformed into the Lord Master of Hell, in which case he still dies to a suplex. Lord Master of Hell, overall, weaker than Yuna. Just want to point that out. Gilgamesh survives a suplex. Kane survives a suplex.
Gilgamesh survives a suplex and then does the sweet battle on the big bridge solo.
Jill from 16 dies to a suplex, unless she turns into Shiva, in which case she survives a suplex. Ishtola, who I think is a Final Fantasy XI person, survives a suplex. I don't know these MMO people.
Fair enough.
Odin dies to a suplex. Bahamut survives. Fenrir dies to a suplex. Amalboro survives a suplex. White Mage's staff dies to a suplex.
I'm sorry? That's a creature?
It's an artifact which suplexes also destroy.
Oh.
That's something I just remembered, is suplex can also destroy artifacts. So you can also break somebody's weapons with a suplex.
That's very funny.
I like that there is a Final Fantasy II card called Commune with Beavers.
You know, that
The
does
quote just
happen.
says, the quote just says, "Guy speak beaver."
I don't remember that exact line happening, but there is a part where you talk to beavers in FF2, because FF2 is insane. In FF3, there's a part where you have to become a frog.
I feel like there's a lot of fun uses for Commune with Beavers in any other deck. Clive from 16 survives a suplex. All of these different versions of Sid survive a suplex.
Hello, Grav in chat form. We're talking about
Hello,
suplexing
Grav.
Final Fantasy Magic characters.
Yeah, I'm looking through all of the Final Fantasy characters and seeing who survives and who dies to a suplex. Yeah, all of these Sids, they can take a suplex. Cecil, as a Dark Knight, dies to a suplex, survives if he's a paladin. Bartz and Boko die to a suplex.
Oh.
Balthier and Fran die to a suplex. Arden dies to a... Or no, he lives. Eris dies to a suplex.
That would make Final Fantasy VII way more exciting if that was how
That
Sephiroth
should've-
killed Aerith.
That should have been how the remake went. Misses the stab, transitions into a suplex instead. Or just hits her with the Rainmaker.
Goes for the stab but misses, but like follows through, so like gets the arms under the arms and then
That said, I also really appreciate that Eris's gimmick is that she gets stronger when you heal, and then when she dies, she gives all of her power-ups to someone else. So her card is explicitly based around dying. You need her to die to work properly.
yes, anyone that can be exiled by a suplex is the discussion we are having.
Oh yeah, because suplex doesn't kill technically, it exiles them. Oh wait, does that mean... Oh no, yeah, I think that would still count as her dying. Zell from FF8 dies to a suplex.
Food.
Garland dies to a suplex.
Garland will get knocked down if you say.
But Chaos will survive a suplex. Chaos is also really underwhelming.
It's just Chaos won't die to a suplex just makes me want to like pull up that clip from Stranger of Paradise where he bullshit and then new metal starts playing.
I do wish they'd made an exception to the no spin-offs rule for Stranger of Paradise. Because then you could have had a card of Jack putting on music. Saying bullshit, turning on your fucking Bluetooth
Bootleg
headset
Limp
and walking
Bizkit.
away. Yes. Sin survives a suplex. Saw's bit.
Sin feels extremely difficult to suplex.
I mean, you can do it, it just won't kill it. Unless you do something else also. Now, I want to say, maybe this is the funnier way to look at it. Sin does die to 3 suplexes.
Bring in Eddie Guerrero.
Yes. Eddie Guerrero could defeat Sin confirmed. If I was casting an FF10 live-action movie and Eddie Guerrero was still around, that's not bad jet casting.
You're not wrong.
Shit. That would have been great. Saz's baby Chocobo dies to a suplex.
That's funny for 2 reasons. One of which is suplexing a tiny bird. The second is there's a card of Saz's baby Chocobo.
Yes.
That's amazing. Poo poo UFO sent to the Shadow Realm by Suplex, says Grab. That's what you get for trying to steal the pyramids.
monuments.
Yeah.
Jumbo Cactuar survives a suplex. Stiltskin Moogle Merchant dies to suplex. Tonberry dies to suplex. Now, if we go to the commander decks, people are slightly more durable. Like, Celeste lives through a suplex. The commander version of Cloud lives through a suplex. Terra still dies to a suplex. Tidus still dies to a suplex. Tifa now survives a suplex. And Yuna still survives a suplex. Orin survives. Chocobo Knight's dead. Sid from FF7, dead. Cyan, the samurai dude from 6, dead. Elena lives. Turks are tough, apparently.
Turks are tough.
Heidegar, dead.
Who?
The weapons dealer guy from 7, who's part of Shinra. Because, yeah, he gets a card.
Okay.
Ixion, the crazy unicorn summoned from 10, dead.
That just makes me think of that one weird anime. That's a really good point.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah,
You can
it's true. You can suplex the ramen.
You can
It's an
suplex
artifact.
your delicious cup noodles.
No, it's explicitly instant ramen. It can't be cup noodle. Man, that they should have the cup noodle logo on the side, but it's blurred out. It's pixelated. You just can't see the branding. You can also suplex the Blitzball Stadium, for the record.
Suplex an entire orb of water.
Yes. I mean, the card shows the surrounding stands as well, so I think you can just suplex the entire structure. So, Lulu dies to suplex. Riku dies to a suplex. Balefore lives. Oh, I just realized all of these airships are also artifacts. So the Falcon dies to a suplex. Interceptor, Shadow's dog from 6, dies to a suplex.
Suplex that
You
dog.
can suplex that dog. Shadow dies to a suplex. The entirety of Avalanche dies to a suplex. Kate Sith dies. Gao, dead. Gogo, dead. Sabin, dead, funny enough. Both Strago and Realm, dead.
Picked up this tiny child.
A second Vincent card, dead. Vincent never survives suplexing. Although Umaro, the Yeti, lives. He's actually fairly tough. That's a strong Yeti. Yuffie, dead. Bugenhagen, dead. Seymour, dead. Hojo, dead. Sphere Grid is an enchantment, not an artifact. You cannot suplex the Sphere Grid. It was close, though. You can suplex the summoning materia, in which case, dead. Seymour's butler, also dead. Oh, hey, Aerith V2 over here lives.
Hey. Oh, this kid is amused.
Second version of Barrett also lives. Take the catacombs. Marco. Man, these characters look like old school anime characters. Especially the side characters mostly. Your main characters are a little bit more designed, but a lot of these random villagers and side people you meet look so much like classic anime guys. Edgar survives a suplex.
That's very funny that Edgar lives, but Sabin doesn't.
Also, Edgar's coin does not survive a suplex. Kamari, dead. Locke, dead. Mog, dead. Red 13, dead. Setzer, dead. Waka lives.
The power of racism, brother.
God damn it. The Warring Triad, the legendary god artifact creature, dead.
I don't even remember what that is or what that's
It's
from.
the statues in 6 that Kefka uses to become super powerful.
All right.
Because he fucks up their alignment. It's just very funny that it's essentially 3 god statues, but because they're an artifact, dead. They're technically strong enough to live through a suplex, but the artifact thing means you can also suplex Barrett's Wrecking Ball arm.
How do I get back to that hole? Good out of context Skies of Arcadia quotes. Yeah, that's where I came from. I got there before by going on, like, the route. That doesn't seem to be an option anymore. Oh, there's a ladder there. Okay, cool. That was very visible. Sabin suplexes your Mox Ruby or whatever.
There are a lot of incredibly stupid things he can suplex. I mean, it's also funny this is coming out like just after the like vehicle, like the wacky races set, because that means there's a ton of cars he can now suplex.
I mean, he is known for suplexing vehicles, so
Yeah,
this seems very much like it fits.
he can suplex the nail bat. Also, I really like that the nail bat is a card, although it is called Behemoth Sledge because it's like a reprint of an old Magic card. But the art is just Cloud swinging the nail bat.
Serves 'em right.
Oh yeah, let's get in the toxic sludge. Everybody loves the toxic sludge.
I'm not a fan of the Toxic Sludge, personally. Also, I believe you are now in the right location.
Or
Let me get a better look. I think you're actually... Yeah, so those Mind Stealer enemies. You see that thing?
yeah, I don't like it.
So that is the source of an incredibly vivid childhood nightmare that I had that just fucked me up for life. Because I had a nightmare that I was just walking around in my house and everyone else in the house had giant roaches attached to their backs controlling them, but they were just pretending everything was normal. And it like really fucked me up. And ever since I've just been terrified of that imagery. So yeah, thanks Skies of Arcadia. What the fuck?
Don't,
Why
don't,
would you make that enemy?
Don't play Eternal Darkness.
Yeah. No, really not a fan of those guys.
I'm gonna look up what some of these spells do because I like don't know what's like a decent chunk of these spells actually do. Okay, it's just a water spell. Got it. All right, we're out of the toxic sludge, everybody. Good job.
Side note, I really appreciate that Secret Rendezvous is a card, and it's the date from FF7, and there's a version for Yuffie, Eris, and Barrett.
Great.
Also, I am just saying, I feel like it's a bummer that Meteor, the spell from the FF7 card set, does not make an artifact Meteor that then has to slowly drop on the battlefield. A, because I think that'd be funnier in terms of how long it takes for the Meteor to hit in 7, and B, because that means you could suplex the Meteor.
Fair enough. I am pro anything that results in silly suplexes. I want that to be known. I want that marked down for the record books.
By the way, Queen Brane dies to a suplex. Reno and Rude, dead to a suplex.
But not Elena. Elena's tougher, apparently.
Yeah, no, Elena is as strong as 4 Reno and Rudes.
All right.
Quina, dead to a suplex.
And
And Ice Flan lives.
Sure.
Buster Sword, dead to a suplex. The funny thing about that is I think it means if you equipped the Buster Sword to someone, they would theoretically be strong enough to live through a suplex, but if you suplex the sword and then them, it will work.
Sure.
Sarah from FF13, dead to a suplex. And when she turns into her crystal form, also dead to a suplex.
Well, yeah, because then she just shatters.
Yeah. Saz, dead to a suplex.
And his bird.
Yeah. Although I do like that when Saz enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a bird or a basic land, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. So Saz summons birds.
Great.
Anima lives through a suplex. Garuda, dead. Knights of the Round, weirdly enough, dead. Also, Knights of the Round is insane. The motherfucker creates 12 knights, and then it is also a knight itself. Alright, I think I've gone through all the currently revealed cards. Although, also, funny, did you see that there is a triple triad card?
I did not.
There is a triple triad card, and when you play it, it basically turns briefly into triple triad. Because you have to, you and your opponent, you and all your opponents exile the top card of your library. And then, what is it? Until end of turn, you may play the card you own exiled this way, and every other card that has less mana value.
Oh, that's so
basically,
weird.
Yeah, so like you put down the top card of your library, and so does everyone else, and then whoever has the highest mana value just gets all those cards. Like triple triad.
That's very dumb.
It's very silly. Although yeah, so it happens every turn because it stays on the battlefield.
Jesus. Oh, it's like that one card that I remember they did like the episode of Shuffle Up and Play On where everyone has the top card available and can play them if they want.
Yeah.
I forget what that card is called because I'm not super in touch with the magic, but
yeah. Also, they released a new Shuffle Up and Play today.
I did see that.
I need to watch that.
It's got 2 people I really like in it, so you know.
Yep. Any episode that has those 2, I'm going to watch. That's how this works.
Remember when they locked themselves in the infinite void? That was fun.
It was fun.
Oh, it seems like the other way was the way for goodies, not this way. I do like that enemies that aren't the Mind Stealer just seem to just die in one hit. That's very convenient.
Yeah. I'm not sure what the level scaling is like in this game. Although, interestingly enough, I was looking up a thing about an optional boss who kind of recurs throughout the game, and apparently that boss does actually level up with you.
Interesting.
So that's fun.
Coward. Coward armadillo. Again, start does not open the menu. I don't know why I defaulted to. Yeah, I'm gonna equip heavy armor on the tiny mage lady. That's gonna work out. That's definitely a thing I can do.
This is a large dungeon.
But
That is a cool hallway, though.
this is a cool hallway. Also, this is the sewers, so like I guess when you poop too much, it just falls.
I mean, do we know what's under the clouds in Skies of Arcadia?
I don't know.
Exactly.
This is,
I also don't know, for the record.
this is as far as I've ever gotten in this game.
I think you were close to as far as I've ever. I want to say I got past this whole dungeon rescue sequence for sure. I want to say I made it probably a couple of story beats past this.
What is that thing? What is that bloated Giganox? Blagok. I just feel like fires seems like that might be the way to go here.
Oh, I really don't like that blobby thing.
I don't. That's why I said called
There's-
it like a bloated Giganox or something.
Yeah.
Didn't pay attention to how much damage I did pushing the element to red.
It seemed okay. Because the big spell was like in the 180 region. Oh, it's called a Blagok.
Maybe it's not weak to fire.
Oh, good. Those are skulls inside of it.
Yeah.
I was worried that it had small creatures bouncing around inside its body. I'm glad it's just for the remains of something else. Jesus, that thing is durable.
Maybe blue. Blue seems to be. I don't know. Well, I don't know if it's just
The
blue
blue's doing
because
okay.
because he's like twice everybody else's level. Ow.
Oh, I didn't realize this thing was a boss.
Yeah. I think it's just because he's super strong is why he's doing decent damage there.
Oh well, it's a boss. You'll get him down. Wait, was that a normal attack that happened to be a critical, or does he have an attack just called critical hit?
It was a normal attack that happened to be a critical.
Okay.
That would be very funny, though. I really don't like this animation. I'm really not a fan of it.
Yeah, it's not great. Oh, it's also an accurate representation of how I felt immediately after I woke up today.
Oof.
It was very briefly like, oh, I'm not feeling great. And then it went away, and I'm feeling a lot better now.
That's good.
Let's try this.
Do I eventually get S moves for people that aren't Vice, or is that just his thing?
Hmm?
Do I eventually get those S moves, like Cutlass Fury, for people that aren't Vice?
I'm actually not sure. Let me check this out. Yep, each of the playable characters can learn this.
Okay. I was gonna say, because it'd be weird if, like, the option was there on everybody else's, like...
Oh yeah, if it was available, if it was listed on everyone else's thing, but they never got anything for it.
Yeah. Which, like, this is a weird early 2000s RPGs. It's not out of the realm of possibility.
You're not wrong. Apparently you get them by using something called moonberries.
Sure. I don't think I've run into any of those yet, so...
Every non-boss battle in the game has a 1% chance of dropping a moonberry.
Amazing. Well,
You
guess...
also get them from bosses.
Okay.
There are 33 moonberries, although some are missable.
There are 33 party members. This is like a quarter or a third of a Suikoden.
I think you might actually have some already. Hold on, let me check.
Music got all dramatic because I hit low health thresholds, but also so did it.
All right, once you're done with this battle, see if you can go to like the super moves menu.
That was a tough fight.
Oh, that guy is exploding like a Power Rangers villain.
Level
I
up.
like the party just collapsing.
I got a vital seed. Oh, I do have 3 moonberries.
Yes, you should probably use at least one of those on Aika so she can get her super move.
Oh, that seems really useful.
All right.
I really hope there's not another boss fight after this.
Oh, you saved the game, right?
Well, I'm gonna go save the game before,
You should probably save the game before you continue.
yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Before I do that, I'm gonna use that seed I got that apparently just increases health by 30. We're gonna use that on Ice here. That seems like a thing that he should have. I was really hoping this would be one of those games where if you level up, then like you fully heal yourself. That would be cool.
Yeah, that's always nice.
Unfortunately, that was not the case. All right, well, let's try this. I'm sure this will go super well because I have. I should have healed with Vice or Drachma. That's dumb. The weird looking guillotine.
It does kind of just look like a. All right. So, you remember Clock Tower 3?
Oh no.
The guillotine
do.
looks like the kind of elaborate. Wait, does the guillotine ramp have spikes on it?
I don't know.
I only saw it briefly in the scene where you were like running at high speed, but I think the ramp for the guillotine is also covered in spikes. I really need them to show me a better shot of that guillotine. Maybe it was just the texture looked like spikes.
They're not going to show those stairs again, apparently.
Damn it!
All right, well, this will go well.
I was really hoping the guillotine would be in the background of the battle. Wait, I think it kind of is. Okay, yeah, I don't think the stairs had spikes. I think it was just the way the thing was laid out. Also, yeah, there was another boss battle.
I kind of figured.
I was looking up that one thing, and it was like, this is like the second boss of the area, and I was like, okay, cool. And the very next line was like, after you beat it, you should save because there's just another boss battle right after. But yes, that guillotine looks like the kind of dumb, elaborate thing that would be set up in Clock
Clock-
Tower 3
You're not wrong.
with the weird Scissorman twins.
Moons, give me strength.
Moons, give me strength.
Don't do magic with that guy. Got it. Miss. Ooh, buddy.
Back off. Alpha Storm.
Oh, I remember that animation now.
Please don't hit Vice.
He's
Thank you.
probably gonna hit Vice. Oh no.
Please don't hit Vice.
Oh, those guys do a decent amount of damage.
Everything's fine.
Give me strength.
All right.
Never mind. It is not fine. We're gonna. I wish I could like. LR like you know how in like Super
You
Smash Brothers you
reset
could
the game.
Yeah, I mean I could like lean down there and hit the reset button on the GameCube, but that's like
Yeah,
a lot
but
of
you wish there was a
effort.
soft reset.
Yeah. I don't think I have any like. Oh, revive an ally to max HP. Never mind. We're in it. Sort of. Do I think we're gonna stay in it? No, but you know.
Hello, I'm here in Discord.
Hello.
forum.
Hello. Welcome to the first game over, probably.
Good times.
How are you doing today?
Yeah, doing alright.
All right.
Here goes.
This should work.
Probably have to disappear again for dinner soon, but figured I'd poke
Yeah,
my
I'll
head
be
in.
for a bit.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about the Final Fantasy set so far?
It's got some cute stuff in it. It's not worth the double the normal price they're charging for it, and it doesn't seem especially powerful in the grand scheme of things, but it's cute.
Yeah. Well, I admit I might like it mostly because I like the idea of putting Vivi and Steiner in a deck.
Sure. Yeah.
Although sadly, Vivi is blue-red and Steiner is white mana, so unless I decide to go for a 3-color deck, I can't have
Yeah.
them all together.
And there's probably fine commander stuff in there. I don't think it's gonna do much for the standard constructed formats.
Yeah. Like, there's definitely some stuff that I think will, turn out to be pretty good.
Mhm.
Like, Freya is not bad for a 1-mana drop. Also, it's a creature that theoretically has flying for red, so that's nice.
Mhm.
Really cheap.
They should have made Tonberry more menacing.
Yeah, I wish Tonberry was way harder to kill. Is my only problem with it.
Mhm. Yeah, should have had like one strength and massive toughness.
Yeah, like 1 strength plus death touch plus a lot of toughness, or just... Yeah, I don't know. Something. But oh well, it's still good. I'm sad that apparently not every character is getting a card. Like, I think they specifically called out, like, Aiko from 9 isn't getting a card because there's a limit on how many legendary creatures they can have in. It's like, that's a bummer.
Gotta have like 3 different legendary versions of each of the popular characters.
Yeah. Like, I'm just saying, Stiltskin gets a card, but not Eco. It's weird.
Mhm.
I like Stiltskin, but come on.
Did Armorad get a card?
They haven't revealed one yet. I wouldn't be shocked if he doesn't, because it's...
I was gonna say,
friggin'
'cause he
Amarant.
seems like the most nothing character of all time.
I was gonna say,
so-
if there's anybody you're dropping from 9, it's him. Amarant sucks. And I say that as someone who genuinely loves 9.
Yeah, gotta give like Gogo and Umaro characters before him.
Yeah.
Cards.
I want a Ferris card, and you didn't say Ferris, and that makes me sad.
Is Bart's the only FF5 character that's been like carded so far?
There's that X-Death,
Maybe.
like, not creature, but there's an X-Death card that,
I mean of the main party.
yeah.
Let me see. I think I saw Galoof. Let me check.
Oh.
Oh, no, there's a Galoof's final act.
Ooh, first game over.
Ouch.
Wait, does that just restart the fight? Okay, that just restarts the fight. Oh, I'm gonna lean down and hit the reset button on this.
Who is this person? Creel? Kryle?
That's Gallif's daughter.
Yeah, they have a card.
Okay.
Okay.
They died a suplex.
Oh no!
So yeah, Bartz and Kryle both have a card. Lena?
Lena is the other. Lena is the other party member.
Lena does not have a card.
Okay. I thought you were saying that it was like Bart's, Kryle, and Lena,
No.
and I was gonna laugh.
Ferris is pretty popular. If they were, I'd be surprised if they don't give her a card. But what do I know?
Yeah, they have not yet revealed all of the cards. They're still coming out. So hopefully Ferris makes it. And like they have a card for Galoof that's not actually Galoof as a creature. That's it, even like X-Death doesn't even have a card right now. And like all the other villains have cards, so I expect at least everyone who is a playable character in Dissidia should have a card. Yeah, actually Laguna doesn't have a card either. There's a card that references Laguna, but no actual Laguna.
Luna sucks. No. Final
Tell me
Fantasy-
everything you remember about Final Fantasy VIII.
He has a machine gun. They go into space at one point.
That's true. You go into space and relive the plot of Alien.
Artemisia wants to end the world because she's sad or something, and she's going to compress time, and I don't know what that means, but she's going to do it.
Oh, I can't skip this. It's very
I think-
unfortunate
oh,
for me.
Yeah, you're in the era of unskippable cutscenes. This is what you get for playing old games, TFP.
I know.
Live by the old game, die by the old game.
It really does. Now that you mention it, it does look like spikes on the stairs to the guillotine.
Yeah, it's just the way it's textured in that one scene where they're running up. Like the viewpoint, but yeah, I briefly thought it was just like a bunch of spikes leading to a guillotine, which is hilarious.
Yeah, looking at it, Jumbo Cactar is more like what a Tonberry should be.
Yeah, just gets an absurd. I feel like Jumbo Cactuar, you could probably break the game real easy with it, right?
I mean, you can just attack with it and then use the one of the many red cards that sacrifices it to deal that damage to a target.
Well, it's like that, but I feel like there's also something you could use that's like, I don't know. I don't know how. There's a gigantic library of Magic cards in existence. But I feel like there must be one that's like give you mana equal to this creature's power or something insane like that.
Well, I mean, yeah, you could do something like that probably, but why not just kill everyone?
Yeah, it's easier just to kill somebody, sure. But I don't know.
Needlessly convoluted stuff, yeah, like generate 1,000 creatures or 1,000 mana, yeah.
Yeah. I'm all about needlessly convoluted plans.
This round is off to a much better start.
All right.
Oh, actually, within the set itself, self-destruct. Target creature that you control deals X damage to any other target and X damage to itself.
Okay.
Jumbo Cactar, just taking them down. I read Dreams of Laguana. How do you pronounce his name?
Laguna.
Laguna. I read it as Dreams of Ligma.
God damn it.
Oh, that's rude. Everything about that was rude.
Yeah, that was rough. All right, down to one guy though.
Yeah. I can just revive Ica here.
Moons, give me strength. This should work.
Moons, give me strength.
Also, amongst the things that can be suplexed that we may or may not have mentioned earlier, Blitzball Stadium.
Yeah, we did talk
Yeah.
about how you can suplex that,
Oh, you did? Okay, good.
which is very, funny.
Mhm.
Also, looking through this list of creatures again and being like, what the hell is a Zande?
There's definitely
Zande?
there would definitely be some FF14 stuff in there, so if you don't recognize something, there's a chance.
I believe
Oh, no,
that's who sings Chocolate Rain.
God damn it. No, I actually went and looked it up. Apparently he's the main antagonist of Final Fantasy III?
Wasn't that Cloud
That's
of
Cloud
Night?
of Darkness?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, Cloud of
But
Darkness.
the Final Fantasy wiki says main antagonist of Final Fantasy III.
Okay, so maybe
Powerful
Cloud of
wizard and student of the great magus Noah.
Okay, so maybe Cloud of Darkness is one of those zero miss things that shows up at the end, or what was the one in Final Fantasy IX? Necron.
Yeah.
Isn't that Todd McFarlane's character from Soul Calibur?
Yes.
Fuck, you're right. What was it called?
No, it's
No,
Necron. Necrid is the Soul Calibur character.
Okay.
I was
making a joke because their names are very similar.
yeah.
They really are.
They are.
Also, isn't that a race in Warhammer 40k?
Also, yes, I think so. If they're very close.
Is that also Necrid?
I don't know. Also, apparently, looking through this story section, apparently you go to fight Zande at the very end of Final Fantasy III, and then you beat him, and then Cloud of Darkness appears and is like, I was commanding him the whole time.
Ah!
It's one of
So-
those. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Necron is both the name of the FF9 boss and the Warhammer race.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
It took a second try, but we got there.
Ah, damn it.
We beat the
My glasses just
Executioner.
broke.
The moon haunts me. That's very fitting for this game where when you cast a spell, they're like, by the power of the moon.
Glasses got suplexed.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. I liked those glasses.
Whose glasses? Who wears glasses in Final Fantasy? Besides,
Quistis.
okay, is that whose glasses get suplexed?
No, mine. My glasses
Oh.
just broke while I was talking to you.
Oh, that's no good.
I went to take them off, and then the like earpiece just kind of like bent in a way it shouldn't. And it's like, oh, that's just gone now.
Thanks, Tiny Child.
Do I have? Let me see. I'm gonna go look for my backup set. I'll be right back.
Nice. Organize that art binder. My son is crazy. Oh, well.
Uh-huh.
Let's go save the lady. Oh, well. That's unfortunate. He was really tough and good at fighting, and now he's not with us. That's not a split path. Nice. Oh, get back. Oh, hey, that's right. You stay here, weird armadillo creature. Ow. Yes. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ah, the moon is still haunting me. Ow. I somehow don't make it out of this fight after I clutch the boss fight, I'm gonna laugh. There we go.
That was a close one.
Oh yeah, I know we were talking about voice actors in this game and how the voice of Sonic is in here. Earlier on, there was someone who was very clearly voiced by Charles Martinet. So he's here too.
Nice.
Heck, how's it going?
I almost died in a random encounter, but it's fine.
I thought I had an exact replica of that set of glasses, but I just have a slightly less comfortable set.
Oof.
So back to, I guess, Amazon it is. Blue light blocking glasses. God, I hate those Mind Stealers so much.
He's almost dead.
I know, they're just intensely unsettling.
They're not great.
Really cannot overstate how much grief that has caused me over the years. Like, even now, like, I'm fine with 99.9% of bugs, but roaches still unsettle me to an incredible degree because of that. Even though, funny enough, the bug in the game does not look like a roach, it's more of a beetle.
Yeah.
But because of the horrible nightmare it inspired, roaches are the thing that freak me out.
How did that ending of Season 1 of Doom Patrol for you?
Wasn't great. Definitely not a good time. I mean, it was a good time because it was Doom Patrol, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The horror was somewhat offset by the wackiness of the situation.
Fair enough.
And also that part where a character says, "I'm going to spread you like the plague."
I forgot about that.
On a side note, we've also been playing, I believe both of us have been playing Doom the Dark.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
How are you liking
Actually,
that so
all three of us have been playing Doom
Oh,
the Dark
yeah.
Ages, I
Oh, I
believe.
knew Grav had played Eternal. I think I missed the
Yeah.
part where you also played Dark Ages.
Well, not all of. I played like
Well, yeah.
an hour and change, but yeah, I went back to finish Eternal because I figured if I'm gonna play the better game, I might as well finish the worst one just so I can say I did it.
Mm-hmm. And how are you liking Dark Ages so far?
It's definitely better than Doom Eternal. It feels more like 2016 in the sense that you're not juggling a million things.
Yes.
And along with like 4 or 5 different cooldowns, you're just there's bad guys and you're shooting them and you're punching them and you're charging them and stuff.
Yep. It feels really good to play to me.
Yes. And I
I liked Eternal, but I did not like a lot of the decisions they made. Like I don't know, it didn't feel right.
Mhm.
This one feels right. Like this one meshes with me. It's like comparing like Bloodborne to like one of the other Dark Soulses, where it's like, yeah, I like blocking and being a tank more than I like just you have no option but dodge. The hyper mobility just was not my style.
I feel like the main thing is just I like that it is like the weaknesses are still there, but it's not like if you don't go for the weakness, you are just in a very bad situation because you will be using a lot of ammo for something that's something else's weakness. And then...
Yeah, and ammo was already at a premium in that game.
Yeah.
I will say I like the melee way more than I like the chainsaw for getting ammo.
Yeah.
Like, I really didn't like in Eternal having to like dash around looking for friggin' gas cans and the whole system where it's like, oh, the chainsaw's an instant kill, but you need a certain amount to use on certain levels of demon. I much prefer just the melee gives you ammo and you can use it on anything.
Also, like, the shield charge is so much fun.
It's really good.
But the other funny thing I was going to mention is that there is one friend circle that loved Eternal, and all of them are like, man, Doom the Dark Ages is so boring. And it's just like, I can't with this.
Also, see, the problem is now when you say friend circle, I'm just picturing one of the assassination rings from Shadows.
I have so many of those that are, you know...
Gosh.
Sometimes they interact, sometimes they don't.
Mm-hmm.
How big is anime Twitter? Is that a big circle?
Shrinking by the day.
Yeah, get him.
Yeah, that's a good song. No, it's Ashes and Blood, not Ashes and Dust. Whatever. Close enough.
It is a good song, though.
TFP going through his friends and marking them as assassins and Templars.
I feel like the fucking that Fire Emblem comic of which of the bad guys are gonna join our squad. It's this guy.
People in quotation marks, always a bad sign.
That's never... You don't want that.
Just say, maybe when you put people in air quotes, that should probably disqualify you from positions of authority.
Oh no, we gotta go search for weapons of mass destruction. This game came out in 2000. This was before that
I was
was
literally
a
about
thing.
to ask when this game was made.
Well, this specific one was 2002, but the first one was
Yeah.
2000.
See, I feel like there was a better way to go about this, which was maybe don't announce that you're going to use those things to rule the world before you ask where they are.
You know, you make a very good point.
Like, if you flip those two statements around, I feel like you might have had a better shot at getting them. If it was like, oh, we need to get a hold of these things to keep them safe. And it was like, okay, cool, here's where they are. All right, cool, now we're going to use them to rule the world. Ah, damn.
That was the sound effect, and also this face.
Angry anime lady.
Oh, she went full never go full Queen of Hearts.
See, I was going to say, yeah, I see what you mean now. Full off with her head. I was going to say, she looks like the evil stepmother from, like, Cinderella crossed with Queen Brane from 9.
Yeah. Which one of these people is joining our team? It's still that guy. Also, it's very hard to get the information about where these things are if we decapitate the lady that knows where the things are.
Yeah, that does seem counterproductive. But hey, I'm not in charge.
Bonk. Okay, we've moved past the decapitation very quickly here.
Well, you know, that was a spur of the moment kind of thing.
Hey, we are gonna get a replacement for the one guy that got sent to wherever.
Yeah.
Oh, I
New
would
bad guy.
like to recommend. Wait, have we met Ramirez?
I think so. I feel like we
Okay.
saw. I feel like we saw a Ramirez before. I could be wrong.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Wasn't he the like anime silver-haired dude on the boat?
I
feel
thought
like I remember it.
I thought he was the guy who got sent to wherever, who got exiled.
I don't know. I'm honestly not sure.
Ramirez.
Dun dun dun.
Meanwhile, in the toxic waste sewers.
Also, speaking of funny Final Fantasy cards, I'm just gonna put that in the Slack.
I thought this lady was just walking around with a giant axe, but it's a fan.
You're,
Oh
yeah,
my
that
god, I
looks
see
like
what
an
you
axe.
mean. Holy
Yeah.
hell.
Jesus. Look, the city is wild.
Fucking Elizabeth Bathory over here. That's great. This Final Fantasy... That was a thing for people who are coming in now after Speed got done streaming, but do not make your toilets out of silver. That's my hot take for the moment.
I mean, silver does have like weird microbial properties that might actually be really clean.
Ah, well, okay. I sit corrected.
Silver does have like legit like medicinal uses. Don't drink it.
Yeah,
Well,
do-
because
do-
that'd
do
be
not-
really hot. That would be dangerously hot. We were talking about the Final Fantasy Magic card set and which Final Fantasy characters live and die by suplexing. And the answer is more
Because-
characters die by suplexing than you would think.
Yep.
Oh, tiny Marie Antoinette over here.
Find it really funny that most of the FF10 cast dies via suplex, but Yuna survives it.
Oh, it was Alfonso was the snooty guy.
Oh man, I wish that fucking shitty kid's mom from FF13 was a card. The
Moms are
lady.
tough. They don't die by suplexes.
Yeah. She should have like 0 power, 9 toughness, just for the joke.
Hmm.
But I like that FF card for the cross-dressing because there's a lot of funny situations you could have just using that on anything that's not even a Final Fantasy card. Like, I'm going to put a dress on this horrible diseased rat to phase it out for a turn.
I will put clever concealment on my legitimate business person.
Yeah, that is still my favorite magic card, I think, is Witness Protection.
Mhm.
Just thinking of putting clever concealment on what's the thing like Rattlebones, or tiny bones.
Oh yeah, Tiny
t-
Bones.
tiny- yeah.
Yep, also, I googled it. Silver is a well-known antimicrobial agent.
All right. All right, let's train heist this lady.
The bouncer.
You're not wrong. Which is extremely unfortunate. Looks like we're gonna have to jump. I thought... Bonk. You thought you could escape the bouncer. No one can escape the bouncer. Meanwhile, over here. Close the gates. Man is channeling his inner Cameron Mitchell, saying, "Would you close the fucking doors?"
Also, I went on a small side quest to Google what is the most expensive magic card that you can suplex.
I mean,
And
Black
actually,
Lotus.
the most expensive magic card of all time, the Black Lotus, you can suplex it. So,
Perfect.
and the second most expensive magic card of all time, the One Ring, you also suplex it.
Yeah, I was about to say that one of one, the One Ring. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
you can suplex that too. Right into Mount
One-
Doom.
Oh, wait, actually, hold on. Is the One Ring indestructible? Because if it has
It is, but
indestructible,
But it doesn't matter because it's exile.
oh, you're right. Okay. All right, Mount Doom can destroy the One Ring, or you can just suplex it. Too bad nobody tried that in the movie.
You know, you make a darn good point there.
Yeah, as long as it's a legitimate target, you can exile it.
Yeah, I always forget the exact interactions with like indestructible and dying v exiling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can kill indestructible things by making their toughness 0 or by exiling them.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of what should be fairly simple magic interactions that sometimes just break my brain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's always
Yeah,
been
because
that
one of the
way.
ways I usually-
They've simplified some things over the years, but
Yeah.
even then.
Well, one of the ways I usually get around the indestructible thing is by using like ossification or one of the cards that like exiles your card under one of my cards.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, exiling still works on indestructible. Yeah, that checks out.
I wish the camera would be better.
Yeah, exile used to be called remove from game, but then they made a billion effects where things that were removed from the game come back into the game, so they
that-
renamed it.
That sounds like the Yu-Gi-Oh problem. Oh, look at that guy. He lost his dumb Warhammer overcoat.
Oh,
Here's the plan.
I like that
Run.
his armor. His armor has like a fucking ascot pouch.
Oh, it's
Like it
this Resident Evil 2 ass moment here of just man in the background slowly stalking.
like his armor like punches out around his neck so that he has room for his ascot. It's very odd. Or is that a cravat?
I don't know the difference.
I think it's more of a cravat. Yeah, it's definitely a cravat.
Here goes.
Well,
I don't know if he said everyone attack, but he definitely said I'm going to attack.
I just thought about the origin of the phrase telegraphing an attack, and I was like, huh, I guess World War I, telegraph the attack.
you know,
That makes a you
hadn't
make a
really thought
darn
about
good
that.
point. Yep.
It's a very specific period of time where you would be telegraphing an attack.
Signal chat the attack.
God, please, please don't.
New phone, who dis?
I got a moonberry from that fight.
Gotta be honest, just as a general rule, maybe just don't use signal chat for anything.
Yeah. Certainly nothing government related anyway.
Yeah, doesn't seem super great for any purposes whatsoever.
Hey, what's up? She just said my name. You know who I am.
I'm the bouncer.
Nope.
To his credit, Vice is not the bouncer.
Yeah. Here goes.
Electress. Ow. Um.
Let's try this.
Rude. I have. All right.
Let's try this.
I don't know why it took me so long to just pick the item option, but you know, sometimes you get fumbled up in the menus.
Here goes.
Did it just heal itself, the one that I had been hitting?
Yeah. Yeah, it did.
I hate this game.
Probably should have finished that guy off.
I tried.
As an aside, we briefly mentioned the Doom, but it really bugs me in that game when enemies block my attacks. It feels really hypocritical considering how easily I can block theirs. But it's really frustrating when an enemy keeps putting up those little barrier things and blocking me, and I'm just like, God damn it! Still having a really good time though. You mentioned there was a gun you particularly liked.
Yes.
Which one was it? Is it the skull gun?
Yes, it's the skull gun.
Yeah. I love that gun.
Oh, that's not great.
The upgrade that makes the skull gun fire faster as you kill things with it is also
Yep.
really funny. Because it makes the skull glow and start chattering around.
It's also just very funny in concept of just, you know, you're basically putting a skull in a wood chipper and just
Yeah.
shooting it.
I mean, it's pretty effective. Man, these royal guards don't give a shit about anything you're doing.
They really don't, and it's very annoying. Stop going into counter stance. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm going to kill these royal guards.
Uh...
You're not even wrong, and that's the worst part.
So I just want to throw this line out there from the wiki. Of the 3 bosses battles in Valua, the royal guards are usually the easiest.
God damn it. I feel like I'm just, like, I don't have people in the right element or something.
Well, it explicitly says that you should be able to pretty much one-shot one of the guards with Cutlass Fury.
Well, I have bad news for that guy.
It said unless they happen to unluckily block it with their counterattack stance.
It's not even that, like, I'm just not even with the counterattack stance. I'm just not damaging them that much. I wonder if I'm underleveled or something at this point.
Maybe.
Let's try this. Let's try this.
Let's see.
Because, yeah, I'm not anywhere close to one-shotting these things with Cutlass Fury.
Yeah, because it said you should be able to either, like, to pretty much kill one with a Cutlass Fury if they don't block it. But also, this other guide I found is just like, oh yeah, the Royal Guards, just kill one first and then kill the other one. And it's like, thanks. I could not find anything saying, like, what's the recommended level for this part of the game.
Does something say what the recommended, like, weapon color is? Because at this point, I'll take that.
This one does not say. It does say they're immune to poison, so that's good to know. This other FAQ found said, it's an easy battle, but it may take you a while. Just keep using Cutlass Fury and healing, and also don't attack them when they guard.
That's not
Yeah,
helpful.
I know. I understand. I understand that it's not helpful. I just find it funny that so many of these walkthroughs just say that. It's like, you can't help it.
I killed one of them.
Yay!
Unfortunately, Vice might be going down next, but
You can probably revive him, right?
no.
Oh, that's a problem. Oh, good, he healed. Good.
Yeah,
He keeps
no.
going longer.
Moons, give me strength.
I want to point out that, like, by all accounts, that one guy who was, like, stalking us on the roof of the car should just be in here watching this at this point.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Let's try this. Here goes. Moons, give me strength.
The moons are really haunting me, turns out.
Alright, I've ordered replacement blue light blocking glasses. The ones I have now are okay, but they're not nearly as good as the ones I used to have.
Ah, okay.
Oh my god.
Finally.
There we go. Jesus Christ. Ugh.
I learned Electri and got 10 magic droplets. Hooray.
Yeah.
I mean, well, for other people too, but, you know. I mean, that one lady did say she was going to decapitate you. I can't allow that, because, man, you guys suck. Also, here's 2 more Royal Guards. Have fun. I like that there was just a sounds pretty good option. What if we don't do? Oh, hey, convenient. Bye.
Blow open the side of the train with a cannon.
Should have moved a little quicker, buddy. Could you have come just a little bit earlier so you could have blown up the Royal Guards, please?
Yeah, it would have been nice to skip that boss fight, not gonna lie.
Thank you so much.
We're all okay, but that boss fight did suck.
Oh, you got the fun cannon so you can fight the space whale. It's... Hooray. Oh, you need a lot of spirit points to fire the cannon. Okay. Well, we're still gonna guard there and just build up focus, I guess.
So I want to say that this is one of the last things I did in the game.
Well, that can be one of the last things we do in this stream tonight. Yes.
I love the airship designs in this game.
They're pretty good.
I just love a good airship design. I think it's one of the reasons that I've always liked Final Fantasy IX so much. There's a lot of really good airships in that game. Also, the Prima Vista from 9, you can suplex it.
Great. Really, I feel like I can use this was on a turn where it's like they're going to do a big attack, which is unfortunate. Also, it seems like they didn't really do that much damage, unless that's not the big attack, but... Ow.
Harpoon cannon, fire!
Well, that seemed very effective. Whoop. Everything's fine. I'm very angry about standing in this train that's broken. Or...
Side note, watching this airship combat has made me remember an old PS2 game that was called like Warship Gunner, which it turns out was made by Koei.
Huh.
Explains a lot because it was a naval combat game where you like customized your ships, but it got really absurd really fast, and also despite the like focus on naval combat was also full of like anime characters,
Sure.
but like anime military people. It was very weird. It was a very jarring type of game, but I remembered enjoying it. Anyways, I had to go down the rabbit hole to find out what the hell that game was. Backstory.
Backstory. Oh, their ambition. Nobunaga. Look at this, the fucking, like, Doshin the Giant Man. You best start believing in Gygas stories. You're in one.
God damn it. Imagine how much cooler Pirates of the Caribbean would be if they were all sky pirates.
They'd be great.
Like, I'm literally just picturing any scene where you have a boat. Just take the boat
in the
lift
sky.
it out of the water,
Yeah.
put it up in the clouds instead. Way cooler. Immediately.
Master and Commander, what if they were sky pirates?
Right? I mean, were they even pirates? I thought
Well,
they were like,
they were sailors.
yeah. What if they were sky sailors?
What if they were sky sailors?
See, I feel like Treasure Planet actually took things too far. They went to space.
They went to space.
You need to take it back down a little bit. Put them in the clouds. Now we're talking. That's it. Treasure Planet's all right. I like Treasure Planet.
I haven't seen Treasure Planet in years.
It probably still holds up. It's no Titan AE.
I was looking at. I forgot Nathan Lane was like one of the villains in Titan AE, which is very funny. Spoilers for Titan AE because he does not start as a villain. Well, point still stands.
Yes.
All right, let's party. What?
Hacha. Check this out.
Check out my ghost friend.
God.
The
Uh-huh.
It's Cappy from Super Mario Odyssey here.
Little bit, but the reflective surface, something about it, I think it's the reflective surface, makes it look like a bad tech demo style thing.
It looks
Like it should be on the box art for like a graphics card from like the early 90s.
It looks very Dreamcast because like just
Yeah.
tint it blue, and that's just chaos from Sonic Adventure.
You're not wrong. It has a very distinct, like, early CG kind of look to it.
Fuck my dad. I'm a pirate. Yarg. Oh, she's a party member?
Yep.
I was not expecting her to be like a in combat person. Oh no.
Uh-huh.
Oh
Did you
dear.
check the menu? Yep.
Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. You better give her a moonberry. I
I'm
did
back.
see a thing. I did see a thing saying, "Don't worry, she catches up fast." But
Okay.
Did I miss the exciting conclusion of the bouncer?
You did.
yeah. There was an extensive fight against some guards on a train,
Mhm.
and then a ship battle, and then TFP got a new party member.
Heck yeah, ship battles. Was that the first ship battle?
That is the second ship
Second, I think.
battle.
Second, okay.
Her having like the second highest, or having the highest damage output doesn't shock me.
See, it shocks me because I figured she'd be more of a defensive healing focused type character, but she has the Eris vibe.
I was gonna say very like those Fire Emblem units like Donnell and
Oh yeah.
Ross, I think, from Sacred Stones. Anyway, that is a exciting thing we will discover next time. For Skies of Arcadia Legends, probably tomorrow. Join us then for more Sky Piracy. Yar.
I'll be there.
Hooray!
Night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Bye bye.